Welcome to Wealth Wisdom. If you have ambitions to achieve financial success, please leave yes in the comment, and we are here to help you obtain insight and build wealth. The book we are going to share today is Passive Income, Aggressive Retirement by Rachel Richards. Redefining Retirement in a Transforming World. It's the 1950s. A typical family lives in a quaint 1,000 square foot home and shares one car, untouched by the digital pressures of social media. Life is simpler, and retirement, based on the nest egg theory, feels attainable. Jump to the present, and factors like inflated household expenses, skyrocketing college costs, a strained social security system, and vanishing pensions have drastically altered the financial landscape. Today, homes sprawl over 2,500 square feet, families juggle multiple cars, and the glare of the perfect life on social media spurs increased spending. Some think that working longer hours is the solution, but it's a trap. The archaic 40-hour workweek still reigns, leaving little flexibility to save or invest. The thing is, retirement isn't just about leaving a job, it's about financial independence and the freedom of choice. While conventional wisdom insists on a $2 million nest egg for a comfortable retirement, consider this: to achieve that starting at age 25, you'd have to stash away $621 every month for 40 years, expecting an 8% return. When reality hits, we find the average retirement savings for those in their late 50s is a mere $163,577. Relying solely on the stock market is dicey, remember 2008? Life's uncertainties, such as health issues or divorce, can also deal massive blows to these savings. But there's hope. The younger generation is tapping into the power of passive income. Value your time over money. Money is replenishable, time isn't. Maybe you're saving a few cents on gas, but what's the cost of the time you waste? Making smart trade-offs is crucial. Envision the happiness that comes from outsourcing chores, giving you free weekends. This isn't just about money, it's about freedom. Passive income, unlike active income, doesn't bind you to a desk. It's money earned without consistently trading your time. Sure, it requires initial work, building an online course, for instance. But once set, it's a stream that keeps flowing. From book royalties, like those enjoyed by authors such as Stephen King, to the consistent income from a well-managed rental property, the options are diverse. As you mull over these income streams, consider their scalability, controllability, investment required, marketability, and, of course, passivity. Be strategic. Passive income isn't about getting rich quickly, it's about building wealth that lasts. So, as the traditional idea of retirement crumbles, and the norms of the 1950s fade, are you ready to pivot? Dive into the realm of passive income. The future isn't about saving, it's about strategically earning. Let's delve deeper into those alluring passive income avenues. Before we continue, if you are interested in this topic, please consider subscribing and give us a thumb up. Let's continue. Unraveling the magic of royalties. You've poured your heart and soul into creating something, maybe it's a book, a song, or an online course. Now, instead of just feeling the satisfaction of a job well done, every time someone buys or uses your creation, a little money trickles into your account. Sound nice? That's the magic of royalties. The world of royalties is fascinating, specifically from creative or artistic endeavors. For starters, did you know that royalties can come not just from books and music, but also from photography, apps, and even franchises? The possibilities are vast. One of the incredible things about royalties is their scalability. Essentially, you create once and can earn repeatedly. To earn royalties, you first have to create something that people want. It's like preparing for a TED Talk. What's your topic? What's your unique perspective or skill? Drawing a brainstorming bubble chart might help. Once you have an idea, do some detective work. Sites like Amazon can give insights into what's already out there and where your niche might be. Speaking of books, every author knows that writing is just the start. After pouring your soul onto the pages, you then have to make sure people actually read it. This is where marketing comes in. You have to do more than just write a book, you need to make sure it reaches the hands of eager readers. Now, if you're thinking of penning a book, you have a choice: go down the traditional publishing route or take control with self-publishing. With traditional publishing, a publisher takes care of everything, from editing to marketing. But you'll earn a smaller chunk of the royalties, usually around 8 to 15%. On the flip side, self-publishing means you wear all the hats, but you can earn anywhere from 35 to 70% in royalties. Just look at Hal Elrod. He raked in over $700,000 a year from his self-published book, The Miracle Morning. But let's not forget musicians. Their journey is somewhat similar to that of authors. A tune can earn them royalties from sales, radio airplay, or even when used in films or ads. But, much like with books, the creation is only half the battle. Making sure your music reaches its audience is vital. Lastly, no matter what you create, remember that passive income doesn't mean no effort. Successful royalty income often rests on effective marketing. Engage with your audience, join relevant groups, consider some paid advertising, and most importantly, keep the momentum going even after the launch. And now, as you mull over these insights, you're probably wondering if there are other ways to earn passive income. Well, let's dive deeper and find out in the next section. Riding the waves of portfolio income. Ever fantasize about sipping cocktails on a beach while your bank account continues to grow? It's not a far-off dream if you harness the power of portfolio income, your money working tirelessly for you, day and night, with dividends trickling in like gentle waves on that sunny beach. Sounds idyllic, right? Let's break this down. Portfolio income, in essence, is what you earn from your investments. Think dividends from stocks, interest from bonds, and other financial instruments. Say you invest in a stock like Apple, which, for example's sake, pays a dividend yield of 1.3%. On a $50,000 investment, you'd earn a cool $650 annually without lifting a finger. Remember the 80s? No, not the neon leg warmers, but rather the sky-high bond coupon rates of 15%. Sadly, today's rates are a bit more humble, hovering around 2% for savings accounts. For you to earn a significant $2,000, you'd need a hefty $100,000 parked in that account. But there's more. Beyond the traditional avenues, a plethora of other exciting investment strategies are waiting to be explored. Ever heard of peer-to-peer lending? Platforms like Lending Club or Prosper act as financial matchmakers, connecting lenders to borrowers. While they offer higher interest rates than traditional savings accounts, they come with a side of risk, default risk. Meanwhile, master limited partnerships, MLPs, involve natural resources, letting you delve deep into dividends as you become a limited partner, a hot favorite among investors? Real estate investment trusts or REITs. Think of them as a buffet of properties you can invest in, enjoying the diversity of real estate assets from various cities without owning them directly. What's more, REITs, by law, have to distribute 90% of their taxable income as dividends to investors. There are also crowd-funded real estate platforms like Fundrise, offering REITs and a closer, intimate look at the exact properties you're backing. Still, as with all investments, there are cloudy days on the horizon. Economic downturns, like the Great Recession, can hit your investments hard. But remember, it's a stormy night that gives way to a brighter dawn. The market may dip, but historically, it's shown resilience and recovery. Embracing a long-term mindset is crucial. It's about sailing through rough seas, believing in the sunny shores that await. In the end, whether it's diving into the depth of bonds or exploring the vast horizon of real estate, the sea of portfolio income is vast and varied. But as you navigate, remember to steer your ship with a keen eye on the horizon, for new, thrilling adventures await, mastering the art of passive income through real estate. You're sitting in your favorite chair, sipping on a cup of tea, and watching the sunset. Your phone dings, it's a notification about your monthly rental income hitting your bank account. This dream is entirely attainable with the right strategy in real estate. At the heart of passive income through real estate are rental properties. You might think of homes, but have you ever considered generating income from storage spaces, parking, or even equipment rentals? Real estate offers three primary benefits: steady cash flow, appreciation in property value over time, and invaluable tax benefits. But diving in requires an initial investment. Newcomers are often advised to begin with their homes, converting them into rentals. A word to the wise though: don't stretch your finances too thin. Over-leveraging can be disastrous. A crucial player in this game is the property manager. While they might take a small percentage of your income, around 8%, they can make your rental business virtually hands-off. Imagine managing over 100 properties, bringing in a significant annual passive income, all overseen by a reliable property manager. The million-dollar question is, how do you fund these properties? Some opt for an all-cash deal, which eliminates the need for a mortgage, while others use the leverage of loans to minimize initial costs. Techniques like house hacking, where you buy a multi-unit property, live in one, and rent out the rest, can substantially cut down your initial investment. And if you're really savvy, you might try the BRRRR method: buying, renovating, renting, refinancing, and repeating the process. When it comes to finding the right property, you've probably heard people say location, location, location. But actually, it comes down to a combination of factors: the neighborhood's potential for growth, the type of property, and its price point. Diversify your search methods. Apart from mainstream listings, consider foreclosures, auctions, and direct outreach to homeowners of vacant properties. When evaluating properties, lean on the 1% rule as a rough guide. A property priced at $100,000 should ideally fetch about $1,000 in monthly rent. Of course, owning the property is just the beginning. Filling it with responsible tenants is your next task. Do comprehensive screenings, including credit and background checks. If the DIY management aspect becomes overwhelming or time-consuming, consider hiring a professional property manager. Lastly, consider this: buying just one rental property a year and paying it off in 15 years can build a passive income empire. Visualize it: 20 years from now, those monthly dings on your phone could be substantial, all thanks to a thoughtful, disciplined approach to real estate. Crafting the Café Dream, your journey to passive income. Let's go back to that Parisian cafe from the introduction. You're sipping on an espresso and have no pressing commitments. This seemingly elusive dream can be a reality with the right passive income streams. It's not just about the money, it's about the lifestyle and fulfillment those streams can offer when you bring it all together. Let's start by painting your dream. What does an ideal day look like when money isn't holding the brush? Maybe it's that cafe in Paris, or perhaps it's volunteering in your community, or indulging in hobbies that time previously didn't permit. If you dream of expanded travel, then you need to ensure that you account for these desires in your budget. But to turn this vision into reality, you first need clarity on your current financial situation. Understand your monthly expenses. Want to relocate or pick up a new hobby? Factor in those costs. Can't quite picture life post-retirement? Delve deep into passions and causes that resonate with you. Next, look at how to initiate that first stream of passive income. Begin by examining where your hours go daily. Richards found that she squandered 3 hours daily on trivial pursuits like TV. You could discover pockets of time you never knew existed. As for funds, consider short-term sacrifices like foregoing a fancy dinner or that extra streaming service. Lay out all potential passive income avenues, but be discerning. Strike off those that don't align with your skills or current resources. Writing was Richards's strength, so publishing a book was a clear contender. Consider your priorities. If complete autonomy is your end goal, rank passivity at the top. The journey to establishing passive income isn't devoid of hurdles, though. People are often tripped up by their own limiting beliefs. Whatever the passive income path, there'll always be self-doubt. Fears of skill shortages or potential failures are common barriers. But here's the thing: most of these beliefs crumble under scrutiny. Say you have initial apprehension about investing. It's always possible to start small, risking only $600, for example, and building your confidence from there. The road to passive income demands dedication, consistent effort, and patience. It's easy to get discouraged, but remember what you're doing it for. Whether it's that dream of sipping coffee in Paris or spending quality time with loved ones, keep your vision at the forefront. And don't rush to bid your job goodbye, ensure your streams can sustain your lifestyle first. Building passive income isn't a walk in the park, but the places it can take you. Embrace the possibilities, chart your course, and embark on the transformative journey from dreaming to doing. And who knows? Maybe we'll soon find you in that Parisian cafe, reveling in the life you've crafted. That's the end of today's sharing. If you like our content, please give us a thumb up and share it with your friends. See you next time.